high, but she underneath the ceiling. Got the cards in my hand, I hate dealing. Yeah. Get everything I need and I'm gone. But it ain't stealing. Can I get a break? I wish that I could just get out my goddamn way. What is there to say? There ain't a better time than today. Maybe
I lay down for it all.
Instead of always trying to figure everything out, and all I do is say sorry. Half the time I don't even know what I'm saying it about. Good news, good news, good news, that's all they wanna hear. No, they don't like it when I'm down. But when I'm flying, oh, it make them so uncomfortable, so different. What's the difference? When it ain't that bad, it could always be worse. I'm running out of gas, hardly anything left. Hope I make it home from work. I'm so tired of being so tired. Well, I gotta build something beautiful. Well, maybe I should wake up instead. A lot of things I regret, but I just say I forget. Why can't it just be easy? Why does everybody need me to stay? Oh, I hate the feeling when you're high, but you're underneath the ceiling. Got the cards in my hand, I hate dealing. Yeah. Get everything I need and I'm gone. But it ain't stealing. Can I get a break? I wish that I could just get out my goddamn way. What is there to say? There ain't a better time than today. Maybe I'll lay down for a little. Instead of always trying to figure everything out. And all I do is say sorry. Half the time I don't even know what I'm saying it about. Good news, good news, good news, that's all they wanna hear.
Well, good news, good news, good news. That's all they want to hear. And I have none. I have none for them. You hear a hissing sound in the background. That's my tea kettle, because I figured out one cup of coffee is not enough for a stream. So listen, we got some stuff to talk about today. We really do. I haven't done one of these in a few days. I've been pretty busy with work and doing other things, and so now maybe we can talk politics. Something pretty astounding happened yesterday that I figured I would share with the class, and that was that. Well, I'll just show you. Oh, look at that! Perfect. Here we go.
It's not about me, it's about millions of Americans who can't put food on the table, who can't pay the rent,
and
who are
we
having
represent
trouble,
them,
who
and we
are
represent them,
getting
and
by
we represent
these
them,
long food
and we
lines that we're
represent
seeing.
them.
I know
we
you
know
are.
them.
I'm just saying.
We represent them, and we know them.
As we
We
say,
know them. We represent them.
don't let the
Yes.
perfect be the enemy of the good, as they say
It is
here in
nowhere
Washington.
near perfect.
Madam Speaker.
Always the case, but we're not even close to the good.
All right, let's see what happens, because every day is critically important.
To our constituents' needs.
I am sensitive to them because I see them on the street begging for food, begging for money. Madam Speaker, thank you
Have
so
you
much.
fed them? We feed them. We feed them.
We'll continue this conversation down the road for sure.
Okay. So, that is the most powerful Democrat in the country explaining to Wolf Blitzer that he needs to calm down. He needs to calm down and he needs to trust the people that are in charge of negotiating our stimulus deals. He needs to just calm down and not be so frantic, and kids handle the stimulus negotiations, so that we cannot be gaslit by Nancy Pelosi. Way back in March, we had the opportunity for a stimulus package. That is, you'll recall, everybody got $1,200, and it was a that program, between that and expanding unemployment benefits, programs that this country has seen in the last 40 years. We decreased poverty, we increased consumer confidence, we increased consumer spending, and we held everything steady. Okay? That was any additional stimulus. There has not been any additional relief for state, city, local governments. None. There's been very little hospital bailout money. There's been very little spending on the local level. Most of this stuff has happened federally. Most of this stuff has happened on the federal. At the time, Nancy Pelosi went on Jake Tapper's show on CNN. And Jake Tapper, she had just agreed to the Republican counter proposal that was for corporations. So if corporations work, then they should not be held liable if that person then goes on to get sick. Ugh. Very gross. Ugh. Then that person should not, that corporation should not be held liable for someone getting sick. Now, within that, there was no guidelines for, hey, if you're a corporation, you have to actually make it safe for people to go back to work. There were no OSHA standards. There were no contingencies on you getting paycheck protection money. In order to stay open, you have to put certain safety precautions in place. We didn't have a national mask mandate. There was no ongoing stimulus for people or universal basic income or any sort of rent stoppage, mortgage stoppage, any of that kind of stuff. The bill was essentially three pieces. One was the $600 a week expansion of unemployment federally. Then there was the corporate liability shield. And then there was this big, giant pile of money that got shoveled into the Fed. And the Fed, I think, if I was shoveled into the Fed minted a platinum coin. I couldn't think of the word. Minted a platinum coin to back up this $1 trillion, and then use that $1 trillion to leverage a $4 trillion line of credit to